How to convert leads into sales in your real estate business. How do you get this prospect or this lead or this human being, person or people to convert and to actually make an offer or engage with you and work with you or to list the property for sale? How do you get a buyer or a seller or a tenant landlord? But let's just focus on buyers and sellers. How do you convert leads successfully in your real estate practice? In this video, I'm going to show you just how to do that. My name is Paul R. Atkinson, your professional coach. And remember, before we get started on this, I want you to look in the description of this video and see all the tools that you can use to convert leads very quickly and very easily and very successfully each and every time. And then I also want you to give this video a thumbs up. Should you like it and you find it to be valuable, remember, give it a thumbs up and then subscribe to our channel. So if you are not a member of our community, you definitely want to hit that channel because listen, we're growing and we're growing fast. And I'm not even going to say fast. We're growing good. You know, we're wholehearted. We've got great content for you to always get things that you can use. I swear, whenever you come to this channel, it's something that you can use in order to build your business right now, immediately. So let's talk about it. How do you convert leads? You know, whether you're dealing with a buyer or you're dealing with a seller, to convert them, you're going to need these 6 things that we're going to talk about right now. I want you to get ready to write these things down, okay? It's 6 things, okay? 6. And these things are what you can use in order to get a person to be persuaded and influenced to move forward. With you, not with me, with you. And the way we came up with these things, these 6 things, was when we're answering this question for you because they say, hey, you know, Paul, listen, how can I convert more leads? You know, so I said, okay, let me break it down for you because it's a systematic approach in how you convert people and you convert leads. It's a systematic approach. Unfortunately, you don't have this thing given to you because when you got your real estate license, there was no chapter in the book that talked about selling skills. Nothing. Converting leads, very little. I don't know. Maybe somebody touch on it here and there at a brokerage firm, your company's weekly meeting. Maybe somebody touch on it or somebody give their opinion on it or somebody give you a few little talks here and there. But it's actually a muscle that you have to build in order to be successful and to always be converted. Now, I wrote the 2nd book in my life and delivered it to you April of 2022. And that book, it's called The 5 Steps of the Sale. And in the 5 steps of the sale, you're able to close 99% in your presentations. So imagine when you're getting the opportunity to speak to a prospect, a lead, you're able to have a technique that you can use to get them to say yes to you and only you. Imagine that. Okay, so here are the tips and why I told you to get a pen and paper, because in this video, I'm going to show you how to convert leads into real estate clients, point blank. So let's get started with that. Number 1, the first thing you need to do, and you want to write it down, you're going to need to get a strong connection with the client. That's the first thing. And if you cannot make a connection with the client, don't try to go to the next step. I'm going to explain to you very briefly what the 5 steps of the sale is. It's a selling system. And the 5 steps to the sale is have these 5 categories that you need to learn and know and practice and become master at it over many years. I've been doing it for 29 years. When I made this video, so when I made it, it was 29 years. I don't know, could be in the future. Okay. For 29 years, I've used this technique, and it's put me in a place where I am always in the top 1%, the top top, top, top. All right, and it's all about the people skills. Okay, but there's a system that is fun and easy to learn and just phenomenal. It's amazing. The reviews on the system is phenomenal. All right, so it works. So step 1 in the 5 steps to the sale is conversation. Step 2 is curiosity. Step 3 is conviction. Step 4 is desire. And then step 5 is close. In the description, you can click on the link that you'll see that in more details. But for this video purpose, we got to keep it short. We can't go in depth, right? It takes a long time. For you to truly transform and to become an impeccable selling skills person, high selling skills person, I guess you could say, or an impeccable salesperson, then you would need to really do our course, which is a 12-week course. And people ask me, Paul, why don't you make it 6 weeks? I could do it 6 weeks. Nah, you have to transform. And you need the time to transform. You need to be able to do the exercises, physical exercises, to be conditioned and discipline your body and mind and soul. You need to be able to learn the techniques one step at a time. And sometimes you might not be grasping it quickly, and we might have to pull back as a team and say, wait a second, maybe John Brown here or Susie Brown here have a different learning style. Let's give it to them a different way. That's why we don't rush the process. Everybody that comes out of the academy, Successful Business Academy, who've taken the 5 steps to the sale, have seen remarkable results from day 1. And that's a true fact. We've got videos to prove it. So now, here we go, right? You've got to get a connection. So on this video, I'm telling you, in order for you to convert more sales very quickly, and you take these leads and you convert them into clients, number 1, you are going to need to make a connection with them. And you can make a connection with your prospect in as little as 15 seconds. 15 seconds. Yeah, 15 seconds. The way you could do that is, and I have to just brush on it because I can't go deep. There's 3 techniques in the 5 steps to the sale that helps you to make a connection in 15 seconds. The first technique is called association technique. The second one is the mirroring technique. And the third one is psychological reciprocity. Those are the techniques. When you use these techniques, you get connected with a prospect very strong, like glue, very quickly. After you've done that, and it's achieved, then you go to number 2. And number 2 is you're working the conversation even when you're doing what you're doing normally in your work. You know, you're calling and you're talking to them, you're walking with them, whatever it is. You're meeting them a coffee, it doesn't matter. In this conversation, you're getting them to like you, to listen to you, and to trust you. And there's certain things that you can do to get a person to like you, listen to you, and trust you. Oh, well, of course, we don't have time for that on this video, but in the link in the description, just click on it and you'll get into our world. All right? So you've got to get them to like you, to listen to you, and to trust you. And when you're able to do this, then you could move on to number 3. And here in number 3, you want to find out what they want, what they need, and what their DBM is, their dominant buying motive. It's an emotion. The DBM is an emotion, how they're going to feel, basically. But you have to find out what their want is, what their need, and their DBM. So it's a step-by-step process, you see? And once you get this want, need, DBM, then you can move on to the next step. And you're going to make them curious to hear your proposal. That's number 4. You make them curious. Number 4, you make them curious. I said it 2 times, didn't I? You've got to make them curious to hear your proposal. It's important when you think about the psychology of the sale. Because let's say, for example, you're talking to somebody. And, you know, sometimes you're talking, but sometimes people don't listen. They're not listening. You're just talking, and they're like, yeah, oh, oh, for sure. Yeah, absolutely. But when you're talking to somebody and they're like, and they lean over and like, oh, really? Tell me more. And you see their body language, and you see their eye. That's what you do. You see? That's how you convert more leads right there. You get them even on the phone. You get them, they're asking you, yeah, so how can I get a list of houses from you? You see? You make them curious, right? Because you tell them, oh, yeah, I've got this private client website, and I've got this and I got that. So this is a technique. And you get them curious. That was 4. You make them curious to hear your proposal. And then number 5 is where you make your presentation. This is where you make your impeccable presentation. And in your presentation, it must have their want, their need, and their DBM. This is where you lay it out, but you lay it out so well that when you finish laying this thing out, or even during the course of laying it out, man, these people are so fired up. They're like, hey, listen, I want whatever you have. I want it now. I want it. Give it to me right now. If you're with a seller, the seller is saying, this is really good. You and your brokerage firm will do all of these things? Wow. When can you guys do an open house? That's a closing right there. You see that? You're with a buyer, and the buyer says, hey, okay, how can I get this list of properties from you? You're talking to the buyer on the phone, and then you want to see if they're motivated or not. These steps, follow them as we lay them out to you, and you will convert more leads into clients. Guaranteed. You're going to need help. In the description of the video, you want to click on the link that tells you about the 5 Steps to the Sale course. It's an amazing course. There's the book. There's also the audio series. You could do it yourself. There's many different ways you could learn this technique, all in the description of this video. We're here to help you. And then finally, number 6, I told you I'd give you 6 bones, right? Well, here's the 6th bone. The 6th bone. It sounds good. 6th bone. You need to know the secret to closing. So, there's 5 steps to the sale, right? You've got conversation, you've got curiosity, you've got conviction, you've got desire, and then you've got close. But there is a secret to closing. And the secret to closing is, guess what? I'm not going to tell you on this video. You got to connect. And I'm going to give you the secret because you know what? It is a secret. In the description of the video is my cell phone. I want you to go ahead and text me and say, Paul, what's the secret to close? I promise you, hey, listen, I don't push nothing on nobody. We know what we have. 29 years we've been using this technique. 29 years we've been at the top in every industry, from selling the United States Navy, selling cars, selling computers, selling life insurance, selling real estate, whatever. You name it. 5 steps to the sale. Convert more leads very quickly. You want to surpass your competition. You want to feed your family very easily and just get repeat business? Then I would recommend learn the 5 steps to the sale. And then remember, number 6 is knowing, is a secret. There is a secret to close, and you need to know that secret. In the description of this video, click on the link that's going to help you, and then connect with me. You'll see the number there. Text me and say, hey, Paul, what is the secret to closing? And then I'm going to reveal it to you. No hassles. But that's a good thing to know. Until next time, remember, watch all the other videos on this channel. Remember to give this video a thumbs up. I hope it was helpful for you. How to convert more real estate clients is a phenomenal topic to talk about. You've got to have selling skills. We gave you all these things that you can use and you should be doing systematically. Don't try to skip around on them. Follow the procedures and you're going to see how it works immediately. In the description, click on the link to get connected right away and text me for you to get that secret to close, and I'll see you next time. Let's go get him, Tiger.